Hi guys, it's Drea. So today you're actually going to see me change. My face will change in a second. I have to film this intro because this video had an intro that was corrupted. The file just didn't come through and it didn't make sense to just jump right into it. So I just want to preface this by saying hello. And this is a video all about makeup I have no desire to try. This is credit to my friend Stacy, who now watches my videos. So hello. Yeah, back in high school, she used to try to get me to do things and I would say, I have absolutely no desire to try that. And she would, I was so snobby about it too. And she would like make fun of me for the way I said that and just saying it at all, I guess. So a couple weeks ago, I don't remember what product it was, but something made me say that. I have absolutely no desire to try that. And I brought it up in a video and I asked you guys if you would want to see a video all about makeup that I literally have no desire to even attempt trying. Like, I don't even want to test it. I don't want to buy it. If somebody sent it to me, maybe I would try it, but maybe not. Like, this is stuff that I really just don't even care about. So you guys wanted it, so here it is. Like I said, this has already been filmed, just doing the intro now. So I guess there's nothing left to say except now we're just gonna jump into it. So I have here a little quick memo of all the stuff that I have no desire to try. And actually, I'm gonna reposition myself so I could put little pictures up for you. Okay, first on my list is pretty easy. The Naked Cherry and the Naked Heat palettes, and basically any Naked palettes for the most part, any previous ones. Who knows, maybe they'll come out with something that will tempt me, but all of the Naked palettes do nothing for me. I had Naked 1, 2, and 3, and I got rid of all of them eventually. I'm not a fan of the formulation. I just don't think that they really perform really that well, especially like the sparklier shadows. They don't really stick, they don't really pop on my lids. I tried for so long to love them and I just never could. And the color stories for Naked Heat and Naked Cherry are just not tempting at all. So when the Naked Heat came out, it of course is that nice burnt orange, you know, warm shadow palettes are very in, but it's all very one note. And that's how I kind of feel after I've had a few days to think about the Naked Cherry palette as well. It's all just very one, like monochromatic note. And I'm just not into monochromatic palettes anymore. So especially with reds, like reds are fine here and there for me personally. This of course is just my personal preferences, but reds I find sometimes, you know, they can make you look like you have red eyes. It's a tricky shade to do something well with in the first place, and to have so many of them in one palette and it's like this is your only option. It just does not speak to me at all. I love the idea of it. I think it's a cute name. I think the packaging looks really nice. That doesn't mean I don't like Urban Decay. I do like a lot of their eyeshadows and I am interested in other eyeshadow palettes from them, just not these ones. I have absolutely no desire to try ColourPop foundation and pressed powders, or loose powders for that matter. When the foundation came out, you know, I love testing foundation on myself and I am just like so not into ColourPop face products because I think it started with the concealer, the No Filter concealer. I really did not like that concealer. It was so cakey, it was so yellow, it oxidized on me, it wasn't smooth, it creased. Like, I was just like, okay, you guys know I love ColourPop. I love their eyeshadows. They're some of my favorites, but I have no desire to try the foundation and face powder after trying that concealer, because knowing how they did that particular face product, and it was just like, nah, no thank you. It doesn't make me want to try more from them. At this point in my life, I have absolutely no desire to try any more Maybelline eyeshadows. They just have always been chalky, unpigmented, muddy. They just fade throughout the day. This has been my experience overall. And even with a palette like the Lemonade palette that came out and everybody was all gaga over it because it's a very beautiful looking palette and the color story looks really pretty, I'm just like, no, I just can't see it working, and I'm not into it. Anything from them, all the City Mini palettes, I actually did try, and I think that was probably the last straw for me, was trying those City Mini palettes. I do not like them. they are so blah and they fade and they just get muddy throughout the day. And with eyeshadow, that's like my one thing. Don't get muddy and don't fade. And other than that, I don't care if it's not that pigmented, I can build it up, but if it fades, you can't bring that back. Another eyeshadow formula that I don't want to try, but for different reasons, is Tarte. Tarte in general does nothing for me with their eyeshadows. I see these palettes come out and they're always the same, and I know I'm not the only person to think this or say it. They just always look like they're all so neutral and they're all so one note and they're all so exactly the same to each other that I'm just like, no, I have no desire to try any Tarte eyeshadows. I think I tried like their little mini palette a couple of years ago and I returned it because I didn't really love it that much. And formula is not always the deal breaker for me. Like sometimes if I love a color story in a palette, I'll buy it even if I know that the formula isn't the best. But Tarte is just like so boring, and it's fine if you like neutral eyeshadows. If that's your thing, I'm not coming down on that. But for me personally, like I'm not attracted to any of their eyeshadows, even when they try to do more interesting things. Like for example, the fairy, what was it? The fairy dust one they just came out with, but it's all still very one note and uninteresting to me. So I just have no desire. The next one is any new contour products. And this is not a slam against any one product in particular, but I love experimenting with certain types of makeup. Foundation I love, eyeshadow I love. Contouring is not something that I love experimenting with. I contour some of the time, not all of the time, and I really love cream contouring, and I found now that I've found products that work perfectly. So I actually, what I'm wearing today is the Benefit Hoola Quickie Contour Stick. This is probably my favorite cream contouring product. And then also the Tarte Pro Contouring book that I own. And also even the Maybelline Gigi Hadid Tinted Face Primer, which I use as a cream contour. All three of those are currently in my collection. I use them all. I really like them all. They serve their purpose. And other than that, I'm not like excited by cream contouring or other types of contouring either, like enough to go out and buy more stuff for it. So that part of my collection is full right now and I'm satisfied with it. So another product that I really don't care to try is the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder. I really actually like baking under my eyes. I did today with, I don't know why I'm showing you all stuff in my face. That's not what this is about, but since we're talking about it. This is the Coty Airspun powder. This is like $5 and it's so jam-packed full of stuff and it's really good. And I also really love my Laura Mercier. That's like my holy grail. But the Huda Beauty one, I think the reason that I have no desire to try it is partially the name. Like Easy Bake Powder, it just makes it sound like cake, right? Because that's what they're doing. It's like a play on baking. And it just makes it sound like cake, and cake face, like that's a no-go. Like I don't want that. It just sounds like it's gonna be thick under your eye, and it might not be. It might be beautiful, but this is just what's turning me off about it and why I don't want to try it. Yeah, I'm just not into that. Another general category. So you guys know that I love foundation. I love trying foundation. I have very oily skin, and I really just love finding things that work for me. So I really love trying new foundations all the time. But cushion foundations are one that I've never tried, one that I've never really wanted to try. And yeah, I have not tried one cushion foundation ever. And I think it's probably because most of them are described as being for dry skin and like are a dewy finish. I don't think I've ever seen one that's a cushion foundation being advertised as mattifying. So I think that's probably why I have no desire to try them. But another type of foundation, and this is a general category, but also one in particular, is stick foundations. Any stick foundation I've ever tried has not really worked except for the Hourglass one, which I'm wearing today. However, this one still, it's good on camera, but I can't wear this in real life. It gets like, it settles into my pores and my lines after a while, and it's no good anymore after like 2 hours. So I don't wear it out of the house. I really only wear it in videos just until I use it up. But in general, I've tried lots of stick foundations, high-end ones, Lancome, Anastasia, and I do not like them. And the new Maybelline stick foundation came out, and I kind of saw it in the drugstore and was like, maybe I should try that on my channel. And I was just like, nah, there's no point. I know that it's not gonna work for me. Like, I would be blown over if a stick foundation actually worked on me. So those are all the products that I have absolutely no desire to try, and I'm sure there are probably more. If you'd like to see a part 2, let me know down in the comments and I will do it for you. So if this is the first time you stumbled upon my channel and you made it this far, consider subscribing, because I think I put out pretty good content, and I do put out 5 to 6 videos every week currently. So definitely subscribe, and that is it for today. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope that you're speaking kindly to yourself, especially when you look in the mirror. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.